Welcome back to another episode of Your Road to Home, the podcast that takes you beyond your front door here in the Carbon Valley area. Today we're getting ready to pick up Trista with Hideaway Esthetics. If you have not been able to get pampered at her in-home spa located right here in Barefoot Lakes, you are truly missing out. We're super excited to pick her up today. I'm Kendra with LPT Realty, here with
Maxine Carey at Guardian Mortgage.
I almost forgot to introduce ourselves again. I'm getting really bad at that.
Kendra is really used to not talking about herself.
I am. But we're super excited to share Trista with you and all of the amazing things that she can do for you and your skin and all of your beauty needs.
Unlock.
We're getting better at that too.
I know.
Hello, ladies.
Hi,
Trista.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm so excited to have you with us today.
I'm excited to be here today. All right, ladies.
No, you're
safety
fine.
first.
You're
You're
let you
fine.
get buckled in.
Safety first.
Right. All
How are
right.
you doing with the kids back in school?
Today was first day for the little one, but it all went great, so I can't complain. You know, we had our sassy pants on and we were ready for school today.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So is that a full day kindergarten now?
Full day
Oh my
kindergarten.
gosh, that's so exciting. Let me turn this
Yes.
off right now.
Don't worry about it all the time too.
I enjoy having my sassy pants on sometimes.
Oh my goodness. I wish I could channel my inner her because she's just full of life.
That's so great. I think
Yeah.
everybody needs a pair of good fitting sassy pants.
Yes,
Let's put
but
it that way.
someday you need to put them on.
Yeah,
you feel
exactly,
Good. Makes you feel
right?
good about yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If I could just channel that, yeah, she feels herself. It's great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Trista, why don't we start with just a little bit about you and how you got started with your own spa?
Perfect. Okay. So, I'm Trista. I own Hideaway Esthetics. I specialize in facials, lashes, lash lift and tints, spray tans, lash extensions, all of that stuff. I started on this journey in total about 4.5 years ago. My sister is actually my esthetician, and I started doing her lashes for her when she didn't have anyone. And the first time I did it, it was awful. I glued her eyes shut. It was like not her actual eyes, like her eyelashes were stuck together.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. I was like, I'll never do this again. And then over time, I just got better at it. I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep doing this and make sure I like it. And then maybe I'll do this as a career. So finally made that jump and went to school for it, finished, and then decided right away to open up my own business and have a cute little spot inside of my house now, and I love it. Been doing it. I've had my business now for a year, like a week or two ago. So
That's right. You just had your 1-year anniversary.
yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. So it's been fun. I really don't feel like I work sometimes, just because for once I feel like when I'm done, I enjoy what I do. So I can't complain.
How did that process go? Because you just got out of school and you open your own business. That's a really big jump for a lot of people who are thinking about going into this career. How did you come to that decision, and can you just kind of walk us through what that was like?
Yeah, so I decided I wanted to be my own boss from the get-go. I'm sure, as you guys know, being a mom, it's your life revolves around that.
Yeah,
so I needed
absolutely.
someone that was going to be home for my kids because my husband travels for work, and I just needed something to do myself. And my husband was my biggest supporter along with the family. And for a while there, we ran a little bit, as he jokes around that it was a nonprofit. But
As all good businesses start.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I just was determined that I was going to make it and I wasn't going to fail, and I'm already doing great and I can't complain. I won't look back. And so my thought is even if you could finance it a little bit, I still would do it in a heartbeat. If we had to use credit cards or whatnot, I would do it personally.
That's awesome.
Well, that's believing in yourself, right?
Yeah,
So you'll,
exactly.
invest in yourself.
And that way my clientele will always be with me, and they chose me, not the business. So if something ever went south with a business or like a big company, that doesn't revolve around me. So I like this, that I get to make those decisions and I get to choose my hours, and it works for my kids and the family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's huge. Very exciting. What are some of your favorite, what's the term that I should be using for these? What are some of your favorite things to do? Like, do you prefer facials or do you like eyelashes, or what's your favorite one?
Facials are my favorite. It's just, there's something about that connection of like touching your face and like all these senses that you don't realize that you need.
Right.
I'm sure, like, as you guys have probably realized, like you don't ever have someone like playing with your hair or like rubbing your cheeks. It's just not something that you get.
Yeah.
And so to me, the sound of snores is my favorite because that means that I did a great job, that I was able to put them to sleep and get them to relax. So I can't complain.
That's awesome.
That makes me feel better.
Right? Yeah.
When you snore?
When I snore.
I know. I'm always like, no, we could talk because I'll fall asleep.
I don't get me wrong. I love to chat. So that is my favorite part too. But I got this cute little sign now that says like people can have a silent appointment if they choose, or they can chat, because I have had a few clients that are going through rough times in their life and they just want to relax. So I can be that space for them. I can learn to be quiet a little bit when I need to, but overall it's been pretty fun. But I would say lashes are probably my most preferred appointment these days. I think, it's summer, people don't want to wear mascara.
Yep.
So I am constantly booked for lashes, but facials, they just have a special place in my heart. But I do it all. In a spray tan, you can't go wrong with a good spray tan, because those swim tan lines or swimsuit tan lines are just...
I didn't know that you did that. Do you do that? You do that in your little room?
I do. So I do have to move around my office space a little bit. So like I have to push my lash bed or facial bed out of the way, and then I pop up this really big tent that takes up half of the room. But a spray tan takes less than 5 minutes to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that quick. That's amazing.
Hardest part with that is it's just what you're comfortable with. So most people, you can choose to be fully undressed. You could be in a swimsuit. So it's really what people are comfortable with. But you're in and out, and I mean, don't judge whatsoever. And to be honest, as I'm spraying a body, I'm not looking at your body parts. I'm looking to make sure my lines are like where they need to be. Yeah, exactly. So like I wouldn't even remember afterwards. I would be like, in my head, I'd be thinking, did I spray the top of her foot? Like little things like that, just spots that you kind of don't really remember. But spray tans are fun because it only lasts a week and then you're back to your normal self.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're like a doctor. You don't care about the butts that you see.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just, and I'm here to make you feel good. So I think that's my whole goal is I want you to leave my space feeling good and feeling like as if you've known me for a long time. I feel like that comes off pretty naturally. At least I hope so anyways.
It does.
But that's really my goal, is just for you to feel good about yourself. That's why I kind of went into this business is, I'm sure like you guys being a mom, I'm always mom. I wanted to find myself again, and finally in my 30s I feel like I found who I am, what I enjoy, and my joy is bringing other people joy.
That's awesome. And you're showing your daughters how to be a strong businesswoman, that it's okay to be successful and be a good mom at the same time. And I think that is worth more than anything money can buy right there. Is just setting that good example for your daughters. That's amazing.
And it was so cute. So both my girls, they love their facials. They even enjoy, like, they're like, Mom, can I get wax? Mom, can I do this and that? And then my little one gave me a facial last week and told me that I needed my sunscreen to protect myself.
Nice.
And then on her little form for, like the first day of school, she asked, what did you want to be? She says, I want to be like you, Mom. I want to be and she couldn't say esthetician, but she sure tried. It was so cute.
That's amazing. Oh, that's gotta warm your heart.
Right. It just makes me feel good to be like, okay, she does, like, she sees me and she sees that I'm busting my butt to have something for them.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So let me ask you this. You glued your sister's eyes together.
Yes.
And she let you come back?
Surprisingly. Only because she had no choice.
Okay. But she's like, no, I'm going to help you do this because I need someone to do mine.
Exactly. Yep. It took a lot of time, a lot of patience. And you would not believe how intricate that is to get up close to an eyelash, to separate it, to place a single one on it. So like I ended up having to get glasses and whatnot to be able to help, but luckily she let me do it again. But if anything, I'm glad it was her, and I have never done it to another person.
And she's your biggest supporter, right?
She is, yes. Like, she lets me do whatever I want to practice on her. She was my guinea pig throughout school, whether it was waxing. I think she let me wax her back, which, not that women have a lot of hair on their back, but it's just stuff we have to do. And she let me do whatever I needed to on her.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a good sister. I hope she gets a good Christmas present.
Seriously. I mean, I'm her guinea pig too. Like, I let her do permanent makeup on me, and luckily it turned out phenomenal. So I can't complain.
That's a very good trade-off right there.
Yeah. So what better person than to have a constant teacher with me all the time that I get to see.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And does she live close to you?
She's in Brighton.
Okay.
So we don't even share clients or anything like that, but we call it our Sister Friday. So Fridays are our day to put ourselves back together. So get our lashes done, waxing.
Oh, that's a great
permanent
idea.
makeup. So yeah, I mean, one, I get to see her, which is phenomenal. And two, I get to still look amazing since I get my lashes done. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought mascara or had an eyelash curler. I did take off my lashes though, because we didn't get a chance to see each other there for a couple weeks, and it was the first time I hadn't seen my natural lashes in 7 years.
Oh wow.
And I felt like I looked 10 years older.
That's too funny.
It was so funny. Like even my daughter, my almost 7-year-old goes, Mom, can you please put back on your lashes? I don't want my friends to see you without your lashes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, I need to watch
funny.
kids say the darnest things now as a parent,
Yes.
to just understand that again, because I'm like, they wear their heart on their sleeves.
That's too funny.
That is great.
Yes. She's been around this industry since before
Yeah.
she was born. So that's all she knows.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What does that maintenance look like? 'Cause I know eyelashes are probably one of the biggest trends right now. There's probably a lot of ladies out there considering them. So can you talk a little bit about what that looks like? And
Yeah. So if you're going to get eyelash extensions, on average, you see me about every 2 weeks or so.
okay.
Just because your natural lashes shed, you lose about 2 to 3 on average a day. So over the course of that 2 weeks, you're losing a lot of natural lashes. So those fall out with an extension, and then we just go back in and fill in all the loose spots and get you back to be nice and full.
Nice.
That appointment takes about a smidge over an hour to see me every 2 weeks, but I get to know you so much that we just chat, and it's almost like we get to hang out every week.
Right.
Every
Yeah,
other
seeing
week.
your girlfriend
Yeah, exactly. And then, so a lot of people will do that if they can fit it into their schedule. Otherwise, I do have, especially right now, a lot of people doing lash lift and tints. So essentially it's a perm for your lashes. So you come in to see me for an hour, and that lasts about 4 to 8 weeks, depending. You can have short stubby lashes, you can have long lashes, but it just helps kind of lift them up and out of your eye. To me, it makes you look more awake. And then the tint actually helps. The contrast of the color makes the whites of your eyes look a little bit brighter.
Oh,
So,
nice.
and that's for low maintenance. So like if you're just like, I don't want to put mascara or I don't wear a lot of makeup, that's a great option just to not have to worry about curling your lashes. If you guys are like me, my naturals just stick straight down. So it's just a pain in the butt. So that way they always have a curl. You roll out of bed, throw on mascara if you want, and then you're good to go for the day.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Now the initial appointment takes a little longer than the fill.
Yes. So for lash extensions, you're with me for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 max. And a fill is about half that, just because I am a perfectionist. You could ask my clients. I take off any that are even a smidge outgrown, just to make sure that you look nice and full. Because I have a lot of my clients are working women, and I'd say I have one that's like a CFO of a huge company, and so they have to look parts for when they travel and their business meetings. So I have a lot of women. I'd say the average age for my clientele is about 35 to 60.
Nice.
So it's not just for your 20-year-olds that are doing their lashes. For those of us too that, you've had hair loss and you've lost some of your lashes or whatnot, and just to help open your eyes. It's just, I say you're being high maintenance to be low maintenance. You have to be high maintenance to get it done initially, but then I can roll out of bed every day and not put on any makeup and still look like I'm ready to go.
Right.
So sometimes I'll just put on like a tinted moisturizer and then I'm out the door. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm a tomboy at heart, even though I don't look it. Tomboy at heart. So I'm one of those that I just want to make it simple.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's
So-
awesome.
We talk a lot about women, but do you have any male clientele as well?
I do. I actually have quite a few males.
Yeah.
It's funny because males, they struggle. I feel like you don't hear about men getting facials, just like you don't hear about men going to get pedicures.
Right.
They think their friends are going to make fun of them, or they don't think it's manly. But the men that I do get, they really do enjoy it, because men have thicker skin than women.
Yeah.
Literally. So their skin doesn't shed as fast as ours, so they just need a little bit more maintenance. And surprisingly, all the men I've had have had facial hair, so beards, mustache, and it's hard to get in there to actually like take care of that skin that's underneath there.
Yeah.
So I get them in and we do a male facial, and I think all but one have fallen asleep during an appointment.
I can imagine.
And, during part of that, I also massage, if they let me, the upper shoulders and the upper part of the chest, and that's for male or female. And just sometimes I'll push down on the shoulders a little bit, and you can feel that, like, that tension just kind of go away, and then they learn to relax. So having men, I think, is great. And I mean, men have skincare needs too, just like we do.
Yeah.
And, You know, luckily I'm sure as a lot of us women could probably attest to it, is our husbands, they use a bar of soap to clean their face and their
Right.
skin looks flawless, and here we are with pimples.
Right.
But it's just one of those things, you know, they get blessed with that somehow. But they still need it, and it's funny, even to do a dermaplane on a male, like you can still take off dead skin off of their face and just help penetrate with different products to help with aging skin.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And they need sunscreen just as much as we do.
absolutely.
I don't care what they say.
Right? And it's never, you won't ever see it on my booking site, but I do love even little kids. Like I have a few little girls that come with their moms, and then they ask, so I'll do a quick like little cleanse on them. Like, and it's just the products I use, I'm kind of granola, so I like to use as natural as possible, but still effective.
So I have a friend who's like sensitive to everything. So
Yes.
she's like, oh, I can't do that because I'll probably have a reaction. Like on your website, like, do you have a list of the ingredients in some of your products?
Ooh.
Or
You know, I don't, but that's a good idea that I could add on there. I don't know if I have the company that I use on my site, but I should actually look into that, because the main company I use is called Hale and Hush. They're actually known for being a clean line and for sensitive skin, as well as for oncology clients. So anyone going through cancer treatments, as long as they get the okay from their doctor, they can use these products. That it's actually in the approved list for them. So to me, that says a lot. And it's not just for people with sensitive skin. Like people that go to a med spa can still use my product. Just because it says that doesn't mean you can't use it. I think some people think, oh, well, I don't have sensitive skin, I have normal skin, but these products still work the same way, but it is also effective for those people.
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have two questions.
Yes.
One, are you open?
don't know how I felt about that appointment today, or I didn't make X this month, you know, like it's hard.
Right.
But I feel like for me, word of mouth was huge. So asking friends and family, hey, if you've come to see me, please leave me a review.
Yeah.
Like, or if you hear anyone talking about it, please ask them to give out my card or information. Because I'm not one that I don't want to put out an ad and get random people. I want like-minded people that I already know, and that's who they're going to typically refer to you. So,
and it's tough to ask for that
yes.
support from your friends, because you're like, oh gosh, am I being a pain? But
Exactly.
you really, you know, you don't have to be over the top, but you can just say, hey, I would love it if you would.
Yep.
Dot.
Exactly. And even then, you know, like sometimes it's still hard to get all those friends and family to do it, because they're like, oh, you're fine. But I think until you become a business owner, you don't realize how much that really does mean. Like someone could be like, oh, leave me a review. Like, oh yeah, I'll do it at some point. But no, it really does help. Like, surprisingly, Google, I think, again, you know, certain age ranges, the 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds sometimes can find their information off of TikTok or Instagram is where they're going to go to look for people.
Right.
A little bit older age range, Google's where we all go. I still go to Google to look for reviews. So my Google reviews have actually brought in a lot of people.
That's awesome.
And to my awesome clients is I have all 5 stars, and I think I have almost 20 reviews. And that just helps me
good
grow.
in a year.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
That's really good.
Like, it just, and you know, it makes my day when I see one come through. And just the fact that they took 5 minutes out of their day to click on that link from my booking system and leave me that awesome review. So to anyone, to just keep asking. Don't be ashamed of it, because that's how you're going to grow.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
And making sure to constantly book people too. Be like, hey, you want to come in and see me? Like, don't be afraid to ask.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I just need that reminder, because life gets busy, and all of a sudden, you know, I like that you're sending out the email reminders now too, because all of a sudden I got my last one. I'm like, it's really been a month since my last facial. Oh, it's time to get in there.
Right? Yeah, I'm one of those, like, I need 10 reminders. Even when I schedule my kids a doctor's appointment, I need a text reminder. I need a week reminder.
Yes.
Like, we all need that. So and we also have to remember to put ourselves first, that we still need self-care. And self-care isn't just taking a shower and drying your hair, you know, it's doing a little bit more for yourself, where I think, you know, we take those basic.
Well, as a mom, you never put yourself first, but you got to put yourself in like top 3, top 5.
Yes.
And for sure.
I think with me having my home business, I do have clients that bring their kids with them. And I feel like that's not normal for most places, but I'm a mom, so I understand. So like, even later on today, I have a client who's bringing her almost 2-year-old with her, and my girls play with her when they're there. If they're not, you know, she just hangs out in my little office space. But sometimes moms can't have that break, or maybe they don't have family in town, or they don't want to have to get a babysitter. I'm that safe place that you can bring your kids. And my space is pretty, I say minimalistic. I love that minimal look. So there's not a lot of stuff for kids to break in my space. And my kids have iPads. I'll bring those out if need be.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know how to keep a kid.
I try.
Yeah.
I sure try. The only thing I don't have are all the snacks, you know, but we've got most of the things to work.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we do a few rapid fire? I guess we should ask you really quick. What was your journey to the Carbon Valley area? Like, how long have you lived here?
Oh yeah, great question. I have been here a little over 5 years now. So my in-laws bought some land in the area, probably 8-ish years ago. And then my sister-in-law ended up moving up here, and we came to see their house, and we're like, okay, we could see ourselves living up here too. Like, most of our family's up here, so let's just go take a look. And lo and behold, we found a house, and bless her heart for being so accepting of it. We live across the street from my sister-in-law, directly across the street. So it's great for our kids, and we love our school district. I've never lived someplace that feels like a small town feel. And even though, you know, the Carbon Valley area is fairly large, it still feels small. So like, you can go to any event in the area and you're gonna recognize someone. Or we have we have 2 grocery stores, but the one closest to us, I always see someone that I know. And I feel like when we lived in the Thornton and Broomfield area, we didn't have that.
Right.
And there's a lot of outdoor stuff to do around here. Like, we live around lakes with hiking trails and biking trails. So I feel like we're way more active here than we used to be in our old area.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like half of the people from my neighborhood are from like the Thornton, Broomfield, Erie area.
Yeah.
And people are I don't know why they're surprised, but they're like, I am shocked at how much I love it out here. And I mean, I'm sure you guys pop the same way. Like,
Yeah, because
it's great.
You have the small town feel, but you still have lots of.
The
There's
amenities
closeness.
are still nearby.
Yeah, you can still, if you want to, like, go to a play, you can go to Denver and,
I mean, sometimes
Boulder and all the
it's a
things.
quick drive to Thornton to hop on the light rail to then go to Denver, and it costs you a couple bucks. So, like, a lot of people in our area actually don't know about the light rail, and I tell them about it. They're like, what? I don't have to make that full drive down there by myself? I'm like, no. I was like, there's so many different convenient options that we could all take.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. What's one of your favorite local events to go to as a family?
Ooh, that is a great question. I think at Christmas time, we like going to the Frederick area and doing the lighting ceremony, like right there in the downtown park.
Yeah, that one's fun.
We've done a few movies in the parks, the family night out. We frequent Mead a lot, which is just outside the Carbon Valley, but still a great area. They're all phenomenal. And then our neighborhood does so many activities for us as it is that we don't have to go very far. Like, I think tomorrow night is bingo at our little clubhouse for the kids.
Oh, fun.
They do trivia nights.
That's amazing.
You guys have your own 5K race out there too.
We do, yeah. And we
that
have
last
food
year.
trucks every Thursday.
Oh, fun.
From like May to September. And there's always one that has like cookies and ice cream cookies. So my kids are in heaven. Like, we don't have to go anywhere.
And the community gets out and partakes.
Oh yeah, it's quite a bit. So, we met so many families in our little neighborhood. With kids not even our kids' age, just because we see these people at these events. And
your HOA runs that?
Yep, our Metro District does, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't complain, but it's just also being in, I know it's nice to be in a more established area, but being in a new build area is great because I feel like we have a lot of young families. And so we have a lot of people around our ages, kids and adults. So you just have that sense of connection a little bit more too.
Right. Well, and, maybe we can talk about sometime like what a Metro District is, but, the stigma of that is the cost, but they're doing a lot in your community. So you're getting a lot for it.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, we have a pool in our neighborhood and not many neighborhoods have a pool.
Well, and you have, oh my gosh, the paddleboard company now out on the lake.
Yes, that is new.
So you can rent paddleboards out here.
Correct. You can rent paddleboards, or if you're a resident, you can actually just go to our little cove, which is our clubhouse, for $5 and book and get a permit for your paddleboard to go walk down to the lakes and use them all the time.
That's so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. And like even our little cove area, that's where they do our clubhouse. They do all the kids activities. We get Santa. We have Easter egg hunts. Like our community, our Metro District, I know a lot of people don't like them, but I actually really do like ours. I can't complain.
Well, they do. Yeah, they do. Sounds like they do a lot for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while to get there, but again, as any new build area, I feel like that's just how it's gonna happen. So
yeah, and this was such a big community for them to put into that it took a little while, but
yes, and it is still growing.
It's still growing.
It's probably going to be like another 5 years before our development is done.
Right, it probably is, but it'll be worth it because it's a beautiful community.
Yeah, this is a beautiful community. So
yeah, I do love it.
All right, well, we have a few rapid fires before we
It makes me nervous.
close out.
What's your favorite restaurant in the area?
Ooh, that is a great question.
You can
Or
give us
food
top
truck.
two.
Or food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got lots of experience with food trucks in the
Food
neighborhood.
truck. So my favorite one is actually the one, it's a little taco truck. I can't even remember the name of it, but it sits in the tire shop on 119 and Colorado Boulevard. So it's not, so there's McDonald's, there's a tire shop, and then like Walgreens.
Yes.
It sits in that parking lot.
Is it all the time?
We're gonna have to try that. I haven't
Most
tried
of the
that one
time,
yet.
yes. And it's actually really reasonably priced.
Nice.
But that is my favorite one to go to.
You can't beat tacos.
Yeah.
You can't beat food truck tacos.
But the place we frequent most these days is Baskin Robbins.
Nice. Yes. Good choice.
I mean, my kids, or as they say, the Queen Dairies over by Safeway.
Nice.
Dairy Queen.
Queen Dairies.
Dairies.
Let's go to Queen Dairies.
Those are our 3 places that we like to go.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's awesome.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Ooh, I love country.
Nice.
Or 90s hip hop. Depends on when you come and see me. You're going to get either vibe.
Yeah, either are great.
Right?
I do like that about you when I come see you.
Yeah, you never know. It's just what I'm feeling that day.
Yep. Yep.
That's
I like
awesome.
it.
Well, Trista, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. We sure did enjoy getting to know you better. We both kind of know you, but we enjoyed sharing you with the community. So, but yes, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Road to Home. We look forward to seeing you again. Get out and enjoy your community. Look over the fence, because Kendra and I want you to love where you live. Bye for now.
Bye.